one more favor. We all are screaming. This is Tom. How old are you?
Show him how old you are.
I'll imitate Tom. Will y'all do me a huge favor and help me sing Happy Birthday to my 4-year-old? His name is Tom. 1, 2, oh yeah.
Over here.
I love you.
Ready?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tom. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you guys so much. All right, somebody take these. What do I do with them? Tom, you get candy. Okay. Oh yeah.
That's it,
sorry.
everybody. Thank you.
That's it. Thank you guys. More candy.
I just gave Tom to one of the hotel staff. I don't recognize that woman. This kid.
I want you guys to think, as this panel goes on and we start talking about like dying and Lucifer and coming back to life, I want you to think about the random people who are visiting Seattle, walking down the hallways going like, what are they talking about in there? Well, it always makes me chuckle. What's it? Yeah, I love Jensen too. I love you.
You were saying earlier, this feels like I'm being arrested again. I mean, for the first time.
Every time I come to Seattle, I get arrested.
You ever been arrested?
Have I ever been arrested?
Liar.
I don't know. I don't think I have.
No?
I've done things I should have been arrested for, which we're not going to get into because I know somebody's about to have a camera out there. Story time.
Story time.
Everybody sit cross-legged. Have you been arrested?
I wasn't processed.
Oh, I think I know the story actually.
Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
I wasn't processed. I was face down on the side of the road though, with my hands behind my cuffed. That was a different story.
Sounds kinky.
Oh yeah, it was really kinky. Police officer's knee right in my back, and then my leg cramped up. It was a really bad situation.
Cramp.
I did. I fully cramped up, like right in the middle of
That's
being
embarrassing.
arrested. Yeah.
That's kind of a hard thing to
He
play
didn't
off.
seem to care. He didn't seem to care at all.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah. Which way you want to? Let's go. You want to start? You want to start over here? Let's start over here. Here.
Always with the scissors. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
My question is, if you guys couldn't play Sam or Dean, is there any character on the show or creature you would want to portray?
I want to play Sam Hain, from the Halloween episode. Do we have a hair fight?
So you wouldn't have to cut your hair. Is the only reason you want.
I also could kind of still be Sam something. It'd be easy for them to voice over just a Hain after, no, I'm just kidding. You know what? I don't know. Do you have people? No, I don't want to play Dean. I played Dean for 5 years. Rory. I still have the Doozy's Market apron to play with. Is it getting hot in here? Take it off? Y'all don't mind? Jensen, take it off.
What just happened? I
That was
blacked
the
out.
That was the scariest thing that ever happened to me. Happy birthday to me! Misha? Bad joke, sorry.
Were you doing the wah-wah over there? Is that you can't drop the wah-wah and expect me to keep my clothes on. I'm not sure how any of you have clothes on right now.
They don't, it's dark.
See? Amazing.
I think I'm pretty happy with Sam. Thank you though.
Yeah, I guess I'll stick with Dean. Although, playing Rob Benedict's role wouldn't be half bad either. You just drop in once every 5 years.
Say a line.
Remind everybody who you are, and thanks for the check. See you later.
It takes 4 hours, just because it's. God.
I just wanted to start, you made a note about the random people passing us today. Yesterday I was dressed in the full Dean and the Lark outfit.
Good for you.
But I was in the full wig and the makeup and the shield and the sword, and the elevator opened and these 4 suburban couples were looking at me. And I just had to step in and turn around, and it was very cool.
Freedom!
And one of them eventually leaned over and just went, "What's going on at this weekend?" So that was fun.
Please tell me your response was, I lost a bet.
I should have said that, yeah. No, I just kind of went, ha, 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 and got off the elevator.
I will kill you.
You see this sword? It's real.
We're like, walk up and we're like, okay, and they're like, hey, we want to just show you what this is gonna look like. And so we hit the button and it was like, wham! And Bill, Jared, and I were like, nope. I think Jared just walked away. He's like, nope, not gonna happen.
Set double.
We're like, no, it's like, it's got steel plates of reinforcement, and I'm like, yeah, what happens if it just bends a little? And Jared's like, what happens if it just bends a little?
What if you were shot in the face?
What if you were shot in the face?
Speaking of, another, herpexia was also funny. And yellow fever, the snake on the couch.
You were scared.
Yes, I took off.
It was on me.
But it goes so, it's like. I literally left. They had to like change the camera angle. I was
The
like.
size of the snake's head was bigger than my fist. And I turned around. Here's the problem. The snake wrangler, who was laying down behind the couch,
This thing was like 180 pounds or something like that.
was a 180-pound python. And he was supposed to just gingerly feed it over
Guide
the
it
couch.
over the-
Just guide it right over the couch and it, over my shoulder. I started hearing this like grunting going on. The snake is not cooperating with its handler. And I kind of look over the couch, and I don't know if you guys can see this, but he's doing this. He's like trying to throw this, he's kicking it, he's like punching it, and I'm like, don't send that my way! I got 180 pounds of pissed off snake coming over
And the way the scene was written was Sam was supposed to be like laughing at his brother's discomfort, but I was like, this is terrifying, I'm out of here. So I just walked off.
I have this like log coming over my shoulder. And Jared just gets up, he's like, nope. Not doing it. Meanwhile, it's like, okay, well, I can't move. Because I'm frozen in terror right now.
It was the first time I've ever just flat out refused to do something that's in the script, and I didn't think I was going to
have to do anything.
I know, but I didn't think I was going to refuse it. But I was like, nope, I'm gone. And so I walked out, and I ended up in Video Village where the director sits. And Phil looked at me, and he's like, "Hey, you're supposed to be in there." And I was like, I think he saw it in my face. He didn't question or push me. I think he just saw it in my face and was like, "Okay, I guess go tie it around Jensen." So that we couldn't see that Sam was no longer sitting on the couch.
And what you didn't see, they actually cut away, but we see the snake come over my chest and kind of down, and it actually went right between my legs. And I'm not moving at this point. I'm just like, let it do what it's gonna do. Just let it run its course, because I'm not moving. And it did. It went right and just right down, and the whole 9 feet of it. What's happening back there?
Was that for you then, the awkward things to film?
Yeah, I didn't like that. or the bees. Hey guys, we just need to make sure you're not allergic to bees. And if you get stung,
How do you do that?
And you get stung, you're not gonna go into anaphylactic shock. What? Okay, how do you do that? You like smear something on you? Like, actually, we're just gonna take this bee and sting you with it. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, it's only a 3/4 sting. And I'm not kidding. So they put this little piece of mesh on your skin, and then they hold a live bee
with tweezers,
and then they just stick the stinger, and it goes just through the mesh enough to get like half its stinger in you, and then they pull it out. It doesn't come off the bee, so the bee's fine.
Yeah,
but I'm not, because now I just got stung by a bee, and I've got this welt now happening on my arm. And they're like, "Okay, it's been 30 minutes, you're fine." I'm like, "Yeah, except for this, goiter on my arm right now."
It's also funny because they've asked us to do some wacky stuff on Supernatural. Jump out of this window. Don't worry, I know you can't see, but there's going to be a pad you're going to land on 12 feet down. You're like, cool. I'm like, spin this car into a 360, and then you're fighting this guy. Ram your head through that wall. And we're like, cool. They're like, we're going to sting you with a bee. We're like, no.
But then to make things worse, it's like, "Okay guys, time to go into set." And we walk in, all of the crew have bee outfits on. Guess what? Sam and Dean don't get to wear bee outfits. They're in regular clothing. And then the bee wrangler,
On the day of shooting.
I'm like, how many we talking here? Like a couple hundred? He's like, there's actually 60,000. I'm like,
But don't worry, they're drone
going
bees.
into anaphylactic shock.
They're drone bees. They're not going to sting you.
Yeah,
unless you piss them off.
bees. As long as you stay calm, they're calm. And I'm like, okay, stay calm. Wait a minute. When they yell action, I have a blowtorch.
Yeah. And we're supposed to be
Are they gonna be
swatting
cool
the
with
air.
that? And he goes, "Oh."
And then we're like, well, what about, so you're going to release 60,000 bees, but then we're going to have to go back to the beginning of the scene where there were no bees for like take 2 and take 3 and different camera angles. He's like, yeah, we're going to vacuum them up. I was like, doesn't that piss him off? He's like, only if we do it a bunch of times. I was like, a bunch, like, 20 or 30. He's like, yeah, if we do it like 3 or 4 times, they're going to be a little angry. We're like, we're going to do it like 12, 15 times.
Needless to say, we got stung. I remember just before Kim, our director, just before he yelled action, they were like, "Okay, roll sound," and I mean they're all over the place. Roll sound, okay, and then the camera system comes up and it's like, "Okay, 34 Baker, take 2." They just have a marker, they run off, and I'm like kind of crouched down, and I'm like kind of flicking bees, they're on me, just landing on me, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, find a happy place." And they're like, "Okay, ready, and just before he yelled action, boom! One had gone right up my shirt and got me right on the upper part of my seat.
Took us.
And he was like, "Ready, and I was like, "Wait!" And I reached back there and actually pulled the stinger out. I was like, "Okay!" And then the worst part about it, the bees didn't read on film, so they ended up making it with
Visual effects.
CGI. Good old days.
Of a commercial of yours
from when you two were babies, basically.
I'm nervous.
No. It's early on, like, well, it's the season 1 promotion for the UK. It only has 30,000 views, so obviously the whole fandom hasn't really found it.
I don't like this.
Do you have it right now?
I have it on my iPad.
I don't like this. Can we dance again?
Where's the camera? What? It's what? It's a good one. Solid.
Right to the camera.
Where's the camera? Okay.
Oh. Scary. Just got sexy.
That was scary and sexy.
I remember that ad.
Me too.
Scary. Just got sexy.
Do you remember anything you can tell us?
I remember, didn't they bring Sarah Shahi back? Yeah, so from our pilot, the woman in white, Sarah Shahi, I think they brought her back to shoot. We shot it in Vancouver.
Do you remember something funny about that? Because the budget was kind of very small for that promotional ad, that wasn't a visual effects, the blood coming down the wall. That was real. So I'm just leaning against the wall, and I just very casually, just right as the blood like comes down the wall.
Seriously?
Yeah. I didn't make it off the wall the first time. So it was like a half an hour of like cleaning a leather jacket from all the blood, and then I had to do it again. But you know, it was hard to be just like so casual about it. So I was like, 3, 2, 1. And somebody was like watching me, giving me the cue, and I was like, it's gotta be getting close, it's gotta be getting close, it's gotta be getting close. We finally got it. It took like 3 or 4 times. But, yeah.
How interesting. Thanks for the trip down memory lane. Thank you.
Thank you.